Okay, so Assetto Corsa Competizione is downloaded. I have not started it yet, so I'm going to bring you through the whole journey of starting it up, seeing what it has to offer right from the get-go. Let's see here. Just going to check a few things. Got this ready to go. Okay. So we're good to go. All right, so here it is. Assetto Corsa Competizione has downloaded. Let's start her up. Let's see what it does. Preparing for the first time. So now, you guys understand this is just early access. Nothing major going on here. We're getting one track, one car. Basically, we're getting the Huracan GT3 and Nürburgring GP as the track. So this is what I first get when I start her up. Hey, Roman, how you doing? Let's see. Yeah, I'm English, not Italian. Well, that's funny. You only get two choices right from the get-go. There will be night and rain. Whether they give it to us in the early access, I don't know. But two choices right from the get-go on early access. You can either be English or Italian. So, first name. So, okay, so we got to add in who we are. Nickname. Of course, we always go with my nickname. Hey, Matt, how you doing? In 40 minutes. No problem. I'm sure we'll be done before then. Here's the intro. And there we go. That's the intro. Of course, telling me thank you for joining early access, because I joined early access and paid only half price for the game, or a much reduced price, which was only 25 bucks. Which you can get the early access if you get the PC early access game for $25 for the next 2 months. Come the next roadmap, when they add multiplayer and a third car and third track, it will go up to $35. Of course, depending on where the euro or pounds are. Yeah, I'm not guaranteeing anything here. Of course, I haven't been able to set up the frame rates or anything to the game. You saw me just start it up. So so this is the roadmap that we're going to be seeing when this whole game, as it continues on through its development. Of course, right now we're in the release for September. Build 2, we're going to go in, we're going to get VR support. We're going to get another car, which is the Bentley, which is like giving you a really piece of shit car. And then the Misano World Circuit will be the track, and a couple other rating system things like performance ratings, safety ratings. The features you're going to get is hot stint, VR support, and basic pit stops. And of course, November, when the price goes up, get another car and track, Paul Ricard in the BMW M6 GT3, We get endurance, 3 to 6 hour feature, multiplayer basic, which means basically no private lobbies, and then full pit stops, it looks like. And then, of course, behavioral data analysis will be part of the rating systems. Build 4, coming in December. We're going to get the Ferrari 488, the Hungaroring, and then we're going to get spectator mode. Rating system upgrade will be driver category and overall rating. Build 5 in January, we're going to get the Emil Frey Jaguar G3 and Zolder for the track. And then the features, looks like full multiplayer enhanced. So it looks like we'll then hopefully get private lobbies, such and such. Rating system will be system fine-tuning. And some more system fine-tuning in February for the last build. We'll get Monza, the Honda Acura NSX GT3, which is actually quite nice in Project Cars 2. Trial was racing that last night, so that was actually a pretty nice car, so hopefully it'll be good in this. Live special events. Here the special events aren't much of anything. So there we go. Look at that. You get a screensaver too, so go back. Let's go to the main menu. Let's see what we have here. So of course you see a lot of stuff's grayed out, not available yet. What the full pit stop mean? You have time to no, that probably means you'll have full pit stop control. Basic pit stop probably means that the cars will go in on their own. Full pit stops means you'll probably be able to do things like manual driving, all that stuff. Just like Project Cars does, Project Cars 2 does. Now you can choose it, turn it on or off, and most of your other sim games, you get manual driving in there, to where you have to follow speed limits and so forth. So basically, special events, single player is the only thing we have here. Of course, options in here, video. What do we got? See, now let's see. I got everything set at epic, and I probably can't handle that on my video card, so I'm gonna have to turn them all down. Now I have a RX 580 AMD Radeon, so for the time being, that is. Mirror quality is never good on my card to have high, so turn that down. Motion blur, saturation. Okay, so we got those. Apply that. Let's see, make sure that accepted. Okay, yep. Sound. And what I'm gonna do, I'm not a big fan of music in games, so I am going to turn this down. So just don't like it. There we go. It's faint in the background. Controls. Now this is where I've got to map my stuff. Okay, my pedals are detected. Steering wheel. Oh, you know what? I should turn my wheel on. I didn't even turn my wheel on. Duh. I'm sitting here, not even paying attention to that. All right, there we go. Press new key. What new key? Why are you not detecting my wheel? You piece of shit game. Okay. so that's working. Hey, my brake is actually activated. That's all I'm getting for brake, okay. And my clutch. There's still no steering wheel. Let's try again. Yeah, very other people are having. Yeah, really. Not gonna recognize my wheel. All right, so. All right, so let's do a restart of the game. See if it recognizes it now with the steering wheel on, and then we start the game. And this, this may be why Sean Cole has his Thrustmaster TSXW mounted to his rig right now to play this game. Curious. Oh yeah, that's my Black Desert character, Dark Knight. Alright, we've seen that. Okay, back to options, controls. Ah, there we go. Now we have steering. Alright. And, oh, why is it inverted? No, we don't want it. We want to go left, we want to go right. Alright, there we go. The throttle pedal, we got good. Brake. So this is the part that sucks, is I've got actual brake. So we'll just have to increase the minimum so that way that little bit doesn't affect me. Good. Shift down. Shift up is number 4. Cycle camera. Okay. Force feedback. So I'm going to turn this down just a little bit because I don't know what it's going to do in the beginning. So I'm going to put it at 80%. Steering lock. And I'm going to go drop this down to 540. More of a GT3 style anyway. And 540. Breakdown 1. We're going to save this. Confirm. They're going to make us. Made us name it. Okay, so we got it saved. Now back. Gameplay, English, Mac. Replay is grayed out, so we can't even change that. Gearbox, manual. Just automatic wipers, pit limiter, manual. Stability control off. Hidden. So, yeah, so we get, okay. So you get your different levels. You got rookie, beginner, rookie, expert. You just go and do all these things. So change those. HUD, map, average, standing, skill. Okay, like those. Okay. All right. So let's go in here. Of course, this is the only track we can do. Practice mode. Day, night. See how quickly this will change. Boom. Okay. Start session. So let's see what we get here. So far, I'm not seeing. I mean, it's a lot more complicated of a. I mean, a lot more detailing of a UI that you're getting than a regular Assetto Corsa. Now, Assetto Corsa UI on PC and console are two completely different things. But UI on Assetto Corsa for PC is pretty basic. This looks a little bit more detailed, a little bit more jumping around. You know, pretty much everything you do is on one screen. Now you're gonna have to do some setting up on consoles too. I mean, Assetto Corsa on console didn't work right out of the box. You had to do setups. Project Cars didn't work right out of the box. You had to do your setup. So it don't really matter if you're gonna use a gamepad. That's one thing. But if you're actually gonna use a wheel, no game works perfectly straight out. You should always tune your wheel properly, no matter whether you're on console or PC. So let's see, drive setup. You know, we're not gonna do a setup here.
Green light, give it all you can.
About that. Oh. I've got no brakes. What the heck? So we're going to have to dial those brakes in a little bit. Got field of view settings here. Ah, cool. So we can actually adjust those. Bring that in properly. Not a big fan of the Lamborghini field of views. I don't like that big sloping windscreen. quit. Yeah, if you're noticing me kind of peering over, it's because I can't see the bottom of my monitors on because of my steering wheel. Let's see if I can do this here. Do setups. No, it's not what I want. Okay, options. There we go. Controls. Okay, so they don't let you do your controls while you're in the game. So let's quit out. Frames per second report? I don't know. I don't have that activated right now. I should actually have that on though. To see what I'm getting. Okay, brake. Advanced. Let me turn this minimum down. Because that's all I'm getting out of my brake. That's weird. I'm not getting full. I'm only getting, the line's only moving halfway. And my brake pedal's all the way down. Wow. And I've got to push that hard past the polymers to even get that. Huh. Let's try this again. Pretty much standard typical colors of Assetto Corsa though. Red everywhere. They like red. Must be an Italian thing. Alright.
Green light, go, go, go.
Let's see, do I got brakes? Still got no brakes. Yeah, a little now. Yeah, still no brakes though. Yeah, I'm not being able to slow down enough to make these turns because I got no brakes. Visually, you know what? I should be paying attention to the track, not the rest of the screen. I'm kind of like looking off to the side there and seeing how much of a difference it is from regular Assetto Corsa. Trees look better in this game. I'll give you that much. Ah. They gave us the easy Nürburgring. Really definitely feel the curves more in this game. Yeah, those brakes aren't working. not getting enough out of those brakes. I'll have to figure that out. Let me check this out. I'm going to turn my settings down on my wheel. These are different views you're going to get. Chase camera, of course. Hood view, which is horrible. Regular cockpit. Another cockpit view. Helmet view. Oh, they're giving us a helmet view, like Project Cars. Sounds aren't all that much different than regular Assetto Corsa. Sounds pretty much the same. Turned in a little early, huh? The rain on. You want to see what rain looks like in a Assetto Corsa, huh? Alright, I'll do that. Alright, I'll put the rain on. Not a problem. Quit. Everybody's curious. What's rain gonna look like? Is it gonna be any better? You know what? I'll put it on a heavy rain just for you guys. How about that? All right, let's see. It's pretty much, I mean, R Factor 2 is, you know, it's got some rain courses. It hasn't fully implemented all the rain yet, but the only real rain ones you got right now are Project Cars 2, and, well, Project Cars also, the first one, and Forza. The rain in Forza is garbage, in my opinion. That whole weather system in Forza is just absolute trash, and it makes a bad game even worse. Project Cars 2, the weather, it's decent. It's actually usable. And Project Cars 1, it was really good because it gave you that more of that realistic feel of driving in the rain and gave you the troubles, but it was manageable. Project Cars 2, pretty much the same. You know, they didn't do much changing as far as the weather effects in that. But this is brand new for Kunos and Assetto Corsa. They've never had the rain before, so.
Green light, go, go, go.
Really see the water on the track. And of course on the windscreen. Man, that first corner just kills you with no brakes. Oh wow, look at the way the water just piles up there where the wipers don't hit. It makes really hitting those apexes difficult. I'm not paying attention to the track. I'm looking at the weather effects here. Oh, look at that. And, oh, look at that. The rain builds up quicker as you go faster, like real rain would. You know, a light rain feels more of a pounding rain as faster you go. Get that actual realism of actually driving in the rain. Yeah, I'm really gonna have to fix this brake issue of not having brakes. Wow, you just slide forever when the grass is wet. Definitely do not want to hit the grass. I think it's, I haven't changed anything, so I don't know whether it's automatic or not. Car's handling properly, so it's probably automatic. As far as rain tires. But I'm getting no brakes, so the lack of brakes is even worse when the rain is on. So I've really got to try to figure out why that brake pedal is not going. Still waiting on my brake performance kit for my D3s. That's coming from Fanatic, so yeah, wow. Man, I hate Lamborghinis. Hate these stupid sloping windshields. I would definitely not want to drive this in the rain. I'm not even paying attention to my gears. But I will say the rain looks beautiful. Looks like a proper rain. No, I do not have traction control on. Sliding around. Just that little mistake will send you spinning. Tires spin. Yeah, I know. GT3 cars have started using traction control, and it's a shame. But generally, traction control TIG I only use in Forza because the driving physics in that game is so god awful. It's like driving. It doesn't matter what car you use, what track you race. You just feel like you're driving on ice. So Forza is pretty much the only game I'll use traction control on because it's just horrible driving physics. Definitely getting a lot more push when the rain. So if you turn your wheels sharper, the car doesn't respond as quickly. Definitely getting more push. So they got that part pretty decent.
Well done, mate. Rest of the best.
Oh yeah, by the way, they've added in a crew chief like Project Cars. No, just touch that grass and look what happens. Just touch that grass. Yeah, I can't work with these pedals anymore. With the non-braking, should I say. Yeah, Ewok, the game looks beautiful. It looks a lot better than normal Assetto Corsa, which, you know, Assetto Corsa, not well known for its graphics. But I'll be honest with you, I still see nuances. Now, whether you can turn the graphics up on Epic, whether that makes a difference, I still see nuances of standard Assetto Corsa when it comes to what I'm seeing on the track. I'm not seeing anything like eye-poppingly wow, you know, like you get with Forza. That's the one thing Forza know how to do. They make an absolutely gorgeous game. No other racing game looks as good as Forza. It's just eye-poppingly beautiful. It's just a shame the rest of the game can't be as good. Now, don't get me wrong. I still have fun on Forza with friends and stuff like that. But as far as an actual driving physics, it doesn't do it for me. This pretty decent. Once I can fine tune these pedals in, I could probably get some. Once I get to fine tune the pedals in, and I can get my braking properly, I'll probably get some more reaction or better action in the steering. But not having any brakes going into those corners, especially on Nürburgring, you know how so tight some of those corners are. Luckily, on that last turn, they're giving us the easy chicane instead of the hard chicane, so you can still go into that one faster. But I mean, this is basically all we're getting for now until October, which I won't be here for. Come November, I'll be home, and I'll be able to have 3 tracks to play with. So, Paul Ricard and whatever that other one was I said. But you can see where they've got some other stuff planned here. I mean, they've got Brands Hatch in here, Silverstone, Spa, which is I find weird that we didn't get Spa yet, because they were using Spa in the demos they were doing at the conventions they were at. Circuit de Barcelona or Catalunya. So, I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 tracks in the list that you can see right here, but I can't move the list, so I don't know if there's going to be more. But as far as the tracks from the 6 we're going to get in early access, you can see that there's still at least 4 more here. As far as US tracks, whatever track, this is the official Blancpain series, as you can see. I'll go back to the main menu. As you can see here, they're going to have to where you can actually race a certified Blancpain series, probably in a career mode or something. But this is the official Blancpain series. So whatever tracks and cars are racing in the Blancpain GT series is what is going to be in this game. That I do know for sure. Whether we're going to get more tracks than what's in the Blancpain, I don't know. I'd assume we would, because, you know, Kunos has more tracks in their stable. So could probably throw more in so you can use them in multiplayer for personal events. So you don't actually you can create your own series on private multiplayers and so forth. Yeah, I think we'll actually get more than what is actually on the Blancpain schedule. Special events, what are we getting here? So this is what we're allowed to do for right now, between just practicing and all this stuff. We got a hot lap in a dry. We can do hot stints. In the dry, in the sunset, and then you can do do a sprint race in this dry sunset. So these are the special events they give us, 4 of them right now for you to complete. Whether we get an achievement for them down the road, I don't know. But this is basically all you're getting right now. And really sucks that the only cars you're getting right off the top are the Lamborghini and the Bentley. Modding. No modding. They are not going to hand out the tools for modding. If modders figure out how to mod for the game on their own, they will allow it, they've said, but they're not going to give them the tools to make modding easy like they do with the other games. So as far as Assetto Corsa being a very heavily modded game, which is what really, Assetto Corsa is what it is, and it's probably one of the most popular sims out there right now because of the modding community. If it wasn't for the modding community, the PC would be stuck with exactly what's on the console versions, and that game would just be, yeah, it drives decent, but there's nothing in it. So I mean, the actual Assetto Corsa game is only a third of what we get on PC on console. So we have more than twice what you guys have on console. Yeah, which is why I don't exactly take it. It is what you see is what you're going to get right from the get-go, which is why I can understand when it came to Assetto Corsa. Assetto Corsa was a brand new title. It was their first time trying to make a sim, and then, you know, they did a similar thing here where they released bits and pieces in early access before a full release. And then, of course, they were doing the whole modding thing, which was very, very popular with games like which were already out, like R Factor, R Factor 2, Automobilista, and right. Okay, well, you're on PC, so you know. They were like, oh, well, the modding thing is really big in the sim racing, so that's what we're going to allow. This one here, yeah, they are. They're just shutting it down, saying, you know, we're not going to help people mod for this game, but if they figure it out, that's fine, which is why I don't understand why they couldn't release it. If it's just this is what you see is what you get, why couldn't you do PC and console? If they don't release this game on console, I'll be shocked, to be honest with you, because you're going to be missing out on the whole market. That doesn't make sense to me. I guarantee you, end of summer, by earliest, the end of summer, maybe into the holiday seasons for next year, console version, or maybe a year later, so early 2020 for a console version. I'm confident there's going to be a console version. Nobody knows when, because they won't give an answer on it. But geared as far as content, yeah, I could agree. Geared as far as physics, gameplay, not so much. When you have a title, which is what the main problem was with Project Cars 2, why people are saying it's not as good as Project Cars 1. Project Cars 1 was actually made for the PC with steering wheels in mind, and then gamepads were added secondary, which is what caused that whole hiccup in the beginning of why the game was so hard to control and people had problems driving the game, and then it just kind of tanked. When they came out with Project Cars 2, they developed that with gamepads in mind. And to me, that is why Project Cars 2 suffers, because you built it around a gamepad. Any driving game built around a gamepad, to me, suffers, because gamepads are different. You know, you got quicker lock to lock. So, I mean, I can't use a gamepad, but guys I know that use gamepads for racing, they're unbelievable. But, you know, they're easier they're meant to be easier and meant to give you easier lock to lock. That's why most guys who use a gamepad stay on a gamepad, and when they go to a steering wheel, they don't do very good, or it takes them a long time to really get down using the steering wheel, because they've got to get used to that. Oh, I've actually got to turn the wheel to get lock to lock, and so forth. So, but yeah, as far as this, this game should have been released multi-platform, because of what they're offering to you. There is nothing extra going to be coming to this game, from the modding community. So I don't see why you couldn't do a console version. Whether that was Blanc Pain made that decision, whether it was 505, I don't know, because 505 is the new distributor of the game. Kunos is just the developer. I don't know. So, but as you can see, it's very limited what we're gonna get. I just wanted to test it out. Plus, I'm a cheapskate. I just wanted to get the full game for a very cheap price, which was $25, and now my game will update and give me whatever, and I'll have the full game. So, I'm gonna try and figure out this brake pedal, and then. That's no problem, Tig. I appreciate the input, the back and forth. That's what I like having somebody to talk to or respond to, should I say, in the stream. It gets very lonely in here when nobody comes and watches and talks to me. Not that I can do much conversing while I'm racing, but no, I'm going to try and figure out this brake pedal so that way I can get a better feel for the game, and then I will see about streaming it again in a little bit. Let me figure this out. So I'm going to end the stream here, with just my first impressions of the game. And then I'm going to try, like I said, I'm going to try and figure out this. Yeah, I do Discord as well, Tig. So I'm going to do, but sometimes, depending on the race, I will Discord and sit in. But other races, there's some races I do that I don't stream. I don't actually sit in there with friends, so I don't do a Discord. I just sit there on my own, but I don't stream them either. So, because I'm not very good. I have no problems admitting I'm not very good. So I don't like, and it shouldn't bother me, but I don't know. It gets sometimes I don't want to show people how bad I really am. Other times I just don't care. So yeah, I'm gonna figure out this brake pedal, and then I will be back. So I'm gonna end it here. I'm sure Ewok will be wanting to talk to me, maybe yell at me. I don't know, because I showed a PC game on his Grid Racing Club. Is that right, Ewok? Are you still in here, Ewok? Yeah, that's what I do to her too, Tig. It's just for fun. I'm not out there looking for subscribers and views. If they come, they come. If they don't, they don't. I just, so I think Ewok left. So, all right. So I'm going to end it here and maybe be back a little bit later. Take it easy.